General Hospital spoilers and updates for the week of Monday, March 18 Friday. March 22 teased divisive confessions, politically charged misdiagnoses, and huge decisions. Dex Heller, even Hofer, makes a divisive confession. Kevin Collins, John Lindstrom, explains what may have led to a politically charged misdiagnosis. And Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, makes a huge decision. On Monday, March 18, Dex makes a divisive confession to Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, about why he was disguised as an orderly outside Cyrus Reynolds' Jeff Kober hospital room. Elsewhere, Kevin explains what may have led to Marshall Ashford's Robert Gossett politically charged misdiagnosis, deeming the psychiatrist who made it racist. In the meantime, Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, shares a moment with Sonny Corinthos, Maury Spinard. At The Invader, Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, provide some encouragement to Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn. At the hospital, Stella Henry, Vernie Watson, has an unlikely encounter. On Tuesday, March 19, Sonny Corinthos, Maury Spinard, offers some valuable insights to Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, while elsewhere, Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, angrily confronts John Cates. Adam Harrington, a devastated Jocelyn, opens up to Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, about her breakup with Dex and her reasons, while Dex confides in Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, likely about another issue. Presumably at the Quartermain boathouse, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, gets a visitor. Perhaps Danny Morgan, Asher Antonisen, brings over Jason's other son, Jake Weber, Hudson West. It's also possible Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, spots Jason at the boathouse and goes and sees him. On Wednesday, March 20, Natalia has a new revelation following her conversation with Sonny. Perhaps realizing her daughter's friend, Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, is his daughter. That is, if being Christina's father wasn't the reason for his reaching out to her in the first place. Elsewhere, Anna has drinks with John and makes a covered admission. In the meantime, Alexis informs her other daughter, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Veganos, about her plans. Diane may have convinced her to return to lawyering. Elsewhere, Tracy sees a new side of Cotty Bell, Josh Kelly. Thursday, March 21, Drew makes a sneaky proposition to Nina Reeves Corinthos, Cynthia Watros. It has to be sneaky, considering he's making it to Nina. His vendetta hasn't ended. Deception Cosmetics suffers a photo shoot disaster. As it goes all wrong, rumor has it Haven de Haviland, Morgan Fairchild, might be lurking. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, and Heather Weber, Allie Mills, find some common ground as Heather awaits her hip surgery. Elsewhere, after nursing Jason and keeping his secret, Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, is worried about her actions. On Friday, March 22, Sasha makes a huge decision. While Jason cries out to Diane for help, it sounds like he's been found and arrested. Elsewhere, Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, calls Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, out. That has to be deception-related, or does it? In the meantime, it sounds like there could be some devastating news regarding Dan Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, although it may be his coma has been diagnosed indeterminate. Brooke Lynn and Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, Dan's partner, are stunned by something. Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, and Cody, Dan's mother and his childhood friend, comfort each other. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. Port Charles is no stranger to high-stakes drama. But this week, the chaos threatens to break the very foundations of trust, loyalty, and morality that the town's residents cling to. As powerful secrets are exposed and life-changing choices come into play, the ripple effects could shake every family, friend group, and romantic bond in town. From the hospital corridors to the political chessboard of the city, everyone is facing a reckoning. This week, General Hospital spoilers promise divisive confessions, politically charged misdiagnoses, and massive, irreversible decisions that no one saw coming. Secrets have a way of surfacing in Port Charles, and when they do, they rarely come quietly. In a bombshell of a confession, Trina Robinson stuns her loved ones when she reveals a deeply personal decision she's been hiding for weeks. After reconnecting with Spencer's family and emotionally processing the whirlwind of grief and betrayal, Trina admits to Curtis and Portia that she's been seeing someone new, someone completely unexpected. Her new romantic interest? None other than Gio Palmieri, who's still trying to escape the shadow of his mob ties. This revelation sends her mother, Portia, into a tailspin. Furious and protective, Portia warns Trina that Gio is dangerous, just like Spencer once was, and that she's headed down a dark path again. Curtis tries to mediate, but the damage is done. Trina makes it clear. She's tired of living under other people's expectations. She wants to follow her own instincts, even if it means risking her heart and her safety. But Trina isn't the only one bearing a secret. Jocelyn finally confesses to Dex that she's been in touch with Michael behind his back, and that Michael has been helping her gather intel on Sonny, still believing that the mob kingpin has lost control. Dex is livid, not because Joss is working with Michael, but because she didn't tell him. He's stuck between loyalty to Sonny and his own ambitions, and Joss's secrecy only adds to the pressure. The couple's future is hanging by a thread. At General Hospital, things take a sinister turn when Elizabeth Weber uncovers what may be a politically motivated medical cover-up. After reviewing a string of patient files with puzzling similarities, she notices that a disproportionately high number of patients from the lower-income community of Rice Park have been misdiagnosed with rare autoimmune disorders. When she cross-references test results with Dr. Terry Randolph, it becomes clear. These weren't just mistakes, they were deliberate. Terry suspects that a new administrative policy, pushed by a politically connected hospital board member, one with aspirations for public office, has created a fast track for dismissing and mislabeling patients from lower-income backgrounds in an effort to cut costs and manipulate data for funding. Elizabeth takes the issue straight to Laura Collins, who is devastated to learn that her own endorsement of the hospital's reform plan may have led to systemic discrimination. She promises to investigate, but she also warns Elizabeth, going public could destroy the hospital's reputation and put the entire medical staff under scrutiny. Elizabeth doesn't care. She's willing to risk everything to bring justice to the patients who were wronged, even if it means putting her job and her credibility on the line. Meanwhile, T.J. Ashford is drawn into the crisis when one of his patients, a young mother from Rice Park, suffers complications from a misdiagnosis that could have been fatal. His anger and guilt push him to confront the hospital board in a tense meeting that quickly spirals into a political nightmare. One of the board members, Martin Gray, tries to spin the narrative to protect the hospital's donors and political allies, but TJ isn't backing down. He demands accountability, and the confrontation leaves Martin rattled, especially when someone leaks the story to the press. In the midst of the hospital scandal, Anna Devane is forced to make a gut-wrenching decision of her own. Her role as deputy mayor has put her in a tight spot. Does she protect Laura and the city's leadership from backlash, or does she side with the whistleblowers and potentially unravel her own career in the process? Anna turns to Valentine, whose own past sins make him an unlikely voice of reason. He encourages her to follow her moral compass, even if it means sacrificing power. But can Anna really walk away from everything she's built, especially with a potential federal investigation looming? Meanwhile, over in sunny Corinthos' world, the mob boss is facing his most destabilizing moment yet. After being betrayed by people closest to him, Michael, Carly, Ava, he's becoming increasingly paranoid. The lines between friend and enemy have blurred beyond recognition, and Sonny is spiraling. This week, Sonny makes a stunning move. He calls for a sit-down with his old enemy, Selena Wu. The offer on the table? A full merger of their operations minus 50-50 its control of Port Charles. It's a desperate play for stability, and Selena, ever the strategist, agrees on one condition. Gladys Corbin must be removed from any financial oversight within the organization, as her past mistakes have left vulnerabilities. Sonny hesitates but ultimately agrees. Gladys is cut off, and Sonny's circle gets even smaller. But there's a deeper cost to Sonny's choices. Dante, torn between his duty as a cop and his loyalty as a son, decides to take a leave of absence from the PCPD. He needs time to decide where he stands, and whether he can live with the man his father has become. The emotional fallout of that decision sends shockwaves through the Corinthos family.